In country music, a female star is usually called a queen, but that doesn't work with Naomi Judd because, you see, that would make her a queen mother. Her daughter is the other half of the act, Winona Judd, and when they go on stage, they look more like sisters than mother and daughter. Well, Kirsten Nielsen caught up with their bus in a recent tour to hear some of that real Kentucky Judd music.
The mother-daughter country singing duo of Naomi and Winona Judd are touring North America and playing to sellout crowds everywhere. Backstage before tonight's show, they're so relaxed and confident that you'd never know they've only been at this for 3 short years. Both of them hail from Ashland, Kentucky, where music came into their lives only 10 years ago when Winona bought a guitar and they started singing together around the house. Although they've had several #1 country hits, Naomi and Winona are still as surprised as anyone at their overnight success. Naomi married at 17 and gave birth to Winona during the week of her high school graduation. No one could have guessed back then that these two Kentucky girls would end up today as the Country Music Association's Vocal Group of the Year.
What's the great thing about doing this is that it's bigger and better than anything I could have ever dreamed up, because and then there again, it's all real. Everything we do is something that we believe in. What a great feeling it is to wake up and realize that that day you're going to get to do something you love, and actually get paid for it.
Now that the Judds are such a success, they're using their own mother-daughter story and their music to talk about something close to their hearts, and that is the importance of a good parent-child relationship. Their own has had its ups and downs, and they want their fans to know that these problems can be overcome.
I'd really encourage all parents and their children to have something in common. You take each other for granted, of course. The mother, even though Winona's 22, I still want to help her across the street and tell her what to wear. If you can have something, I don't care if it's a hobby, something to do together that will help you appreciate each other as individuals, because that's what music did for us. There were times when we couldn't talk to each other, but we could still sit down and sing a song together.
Most kids my age are usually away from their parents, getting married, going to school, and I was basically thrown into this having lived with her for 21 years. I'm with her every day, 24 hours a day, so.
Is that tough?
Yeah. There are days when it's, I want to say, Mom, get your own bus.
Although it was hard for her to leave Kentucky, when her marriage ended, Naomi moved her 2 young daughters to California and fell into the West Coast way of life. She went through a string of unusual jobs and was a little disturbed to find that her girls thought Hollywood life was normal. But after 7 years on the West Coast, Naomi decided that California was no place to bring up children. So she packed up the family and moved them back to her Appalachian roots, back to Kentucky. That move, Winona says, had a tremendous impact on her life.
She tried to get us to not watch TV and use our imagination. That's why we went to live in Kentucky on a mountaintop with no TV, no telephone. She wanted us to learn about our heritage. She wanted us to know about our family. All those things that parents should do for their kids.
And their fans seem to share those sentiments because a lot of them brought along their children to enjoy tonight's show.
Judd music, we try to point out the meaningful, the positive things in life, Did families really bow their heads to pray? Did daddies really never go away? Grandpa, tell me about that good old days.
And love ain't just a word.
And it looks like the good old days of family acts are back, judging by the way country music fans everywhere have made the Judds one of Nashville's hottest duos.
Love is a man and he's mine. Love is alive and at our breakfast table.